the thing that's interesting about what Mike's doing, I think, is just the very idea that you can watch that for one half and be like, yeah, I know more than Spags and Andy Reid. Yeah. I do. Like, they haven't thought about the draw play. They have not considered it. They're confused.
That is not Spags' job.
No, Andy Reid right now is calling Spags and texting me. He's like, why did we forget about the draw play? Pacheco was doing that so well on Tuesday.
Excuse me. Only one in this show was trying to take credit away from coaches yesterday, and that was you with Fangs.
I am going to – no, it wasn't with Fangs. It was with all of the Eagles, because if you think the Eagles suddenly got smarter than Andy Reid and Spags, you guys just want to credit coaching for stuff. Like, Andy Reid and Spags were supposed to be the standard going into that game, not Fangs. If I asked you before that game, who's got the coaching advantage, what's your answer?
Everyone would say the Chiefs.
Yep.
It doesn't mean we're right.
Well, but I don't think that them losing is because that had anything to do with coaching. Like, I saw so much yesterday. Patrick Mahomes choked. And Andy Reid and Spags, well, not so much Spags, but Andy Reid was undressed, exposed. And I'm like, that's not what happened.
Well, it is.
They did abandon the run early. They had that drive after it was 17-0 where everyone kind of knew, okay, including the Eagles, by the way, at that point, we're going to try to reestablish the run. And they get like 4 yards on their first two plays. And they're like, well, I guess that's that. And to me, that's not how you do that. That's not how you stay committed to the run. Those weren't creative run plays. Everybody in the building knew that they were going to run there. I think you stick with the run beyond that. You go 4 down territory. You run on 3rd down. You run to something other than an HB dive.
It's easy and fair to say in retrospect that Kansas City should have run the ball more. One of the Chiefs' problems this year is that they didn't run the ball very well. Pacheco and Kareem Hunt both averaged 3.4 yards a carry, well below average.
Nick Sirianni was the guy who couldn't win the big game. He was crazy. He was a lunatic, and now he's a leader of men, and Andy Reid doesn't know what he's doing.
It's stupid.
What would Andy Reid's honest reaction be to Mike's note? Hey, should have ran the ball more. Like, what would he say?
Yes, he's right.
He'd probably be like, no.
Yes, he would be right. They ran the ball 7 times when it wasn't Mahomes running the ball. But I just want you to, I want you all to absorb. I want you all to just let this soak in, okay? What you saw on Sunday was so shocking that Mike Ryan is boldly coming in here with the argument. You know what needs to happen? I need to take the ball out of Mahomes' hands and give it to Pacheco.
Yep.
Pacheco
and Hunt.
And yes, I need to take it out of the hands of like that offense was so limited all season, and we forgot just because Hollywood Brown comes back and they scored 30 for the first time all season against Buffalo. That offense was bad this year. And Mahomes was the one always bailing him out. It wasn't Pacheco. It wasn't Kareem Hunt. It wasn't running the ball unless it was Mahomes running the ball on 3rd and 5 for 7 yards.
I tried to tell you.
I mean, I saw them win a Super Bowl in which you could have made a sound argument that Damian Williams was the MVP of that game. And last year they had a lot more balance. Look, Pacheco's hurt. Kareem Hunt is older. Maybe they have to address that position. There are reasons why it wasn't as effective. Pacheco never looked the same. He is a punishing runner. But last year, Pacheco getting the ball more and taking the ball out of Patrick Mahomes' hands, that wasn't a bad play. That was a very effective play. They could have used Pacheco from last year.
Another problem with they should have run the ball more is that this game got out of hand very quickly. And if you're running the ball down 34-0, people look at you like you're crazy, and you are. You know, the head coach needs a breathalyzer test if he's running the ball down 34-0 when your quarterback's Patrick Mahomes.
The thing that is always funny to me about this is, and I remember this all the time, when Dallas and Jimmy Johnson were winning their championships and they would hit any kind of hiccup of any kind on offense, the suggestion to Jimmy Johnson would be some form of, why don't you guys run more screen passes for Emmitt Smith? And you know what his answer was? We're not good at that. The Chiefs are like 22nd or 23rd in the league in running the ball, and it's not like Mahomes was throwing for 300 yards every game either. Their offense was limited. Against bad defenses, their offense was limited.
It's a huge disconnect between people that try to talk about this, and I understand fully the resentment of coaches that hear us say things like run a draw and think that we're idiots. But honestly, we have no idea what those coaches are actually trying to achieve. We don't actually know. We can assume, pressure with 4, collapsing the pocket, that'll wreck it. but we don't actually know what they're doing in the secondary, how they're disguising coverages. We don't know if they're actually executing a game plan. We just have the results to work off of.